So you have one of these on your Plumeria? Or you want one of these on your Plumeria? Then this video is for you. So let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time joining us, thank you for joining us. Seed pods. If you're not familiar with them, well, here you go. This is Plumeria seed pod. If you are familiar with them, I'm just going to go over a few things about seed pods, and if you've never had one on your Plumeria, what you can do if you want one. As you can see, I'm holding a branch that normally should be attached to a Plumeria when you have this big of a seed pod, but one of our dogs decided this Plumeria needed to be trimmed. So there you go. It is what it is. We're not real devastated. I mean, as you can see, not like we don't have our share of seed pods, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. So again, today I'm going to go over the seed pods, what you can do if you want a seed pod and your Plumerias aren't getting seed pods. So yeah, so let's jump into that. I'm going to put this down because I don't need to hold this whole time, and I'll be right back with you. All right, seed pods. So we've already gone over in other videos if you want to check those out, as far as when these do pop open and what to do before they pop open to get all the seeds out of them. But anyways, seed pods. Different sizes, different colors. I'm going to show you a few different ones. From brown to green, generally what you'll see, sometimes they'll start out green and go brown. Sometimes they start out brown right away. So your big thing we're looking for here is just, you'll know when they start to get wrinkly and they're looking like they're going to get to that point. What I wanted to show is just a couple, like the different sizes of them. And just again to show, like some of these in our yard, this one has two. Can't really see this bottom one, but there's another one down here. Generally, if you have the plants that smell really good, we find that those, they get seed pods on their own no matter what, just from the bugs and whatnot pollinating them. You'll see sometimes though, some of your plumerias, they really don't promote them. You'll see some plumerias, like, again, it goes a lot with some of your varieties that are a little more temperamental. And we find, again, the varieties that don't have a lot of scent. Surprising. I mean, it doesn't surprise you when you think about as far as bugs and pollinators, they're looking for that sweet scent. So a lot of ours that don't have a lot of scent tend to have a little trouble as far as getting seed pods to form on them. So again, what I'm going to show you today is a way you can do that and to actually get you some seed pods to come on. What I was going to go over too is on some of these plants, you'll see too, what sometimes people get worried about is if you see the little black ants and stuff on your plumerias, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You can't really see them in here, but generally at the base of the stem of your leaves, sometimes in the crevice, you'll see like what looks like a black residue. That's actually good. That's what those ants and different bugs are essentially eating. That's not a bad thing. So if you see that in those crevices, that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with your plumeria. If you see like down in these crevices of where the leaf meets the stalk, that's normal. So don't freak out about that. And if you see the little black ants all over, that's fine. They're doing their thing. So with that said, I want to show everyone a few different size seed pods and what they look like. And then from there, I'm going to show you what you can do to get your own seed pods. We'll be right back. Okay, so again, let's go over some seed pods. Just want to show you some different ones on our plants. As you can see, we're going to go up in here. I'm going to show you these green ones. Like you can see right here, we have multiple on this plant. These are actually from last season. Some people like to take them off. Our plants were healthy. We let them, they were starting to form last season, so we just let them on. And then once we brought them out, they started growing. And so again, you see multiple seed pods on this. Sometimes you might only see one, sometimes none, obviously. And here we have a seed pod from this season. That's not even, that's probably 2 months old. And then I'm going to show you some smaller ones, and just to give you an idea. All right, and here we have a little guy just coming out. So this is where you're going to see. So again, for anybody that doesn't know, this is obviously this is your inflow of where your flowers were coming out, and then that flower itself got pollinated. So this is where you start getting a seed pod. You'll see a couple right here too. You see this little guy coming in right here, and then the bigger one that's been growing for a while now. Like I said, these are green. You saw the one I showed earlier with brown. And then I also, let me see if I can't find. So here's another visual. So here's one that's been growing for a while. And here's a little guy that's just coming out. Again, this is where a flower was. And now this guy's coming out. I don't know if that's in focus. If it's not, sorry. So again, just different ones to show. And right over here, another one you can see coming out. And this is, like I said, this is what they'll start looking like when they start to come out from where we did nothing to these. But again, this plant is very fragrant. So you get a lot of pollinators hitting these. All right. All right, so I figured I'd show one more down here, hiding back in here. Just again, a brown. Like I said, some are brown, some are green. So you just never know. I couldn't tell you which plants do what. They just do. And then again, one more set. Here we have a few more coming up here. All right, so there it is, different seed pods. All right, on to the next part I wanted to talk about as far as your seed pods. Well, before I do, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watching. And if you could please subscribe or share, that would be much appreciated. And leave comments for anything if you want to, again, ask me questions. So if you don't have seed pods, or if you want more than you have, this is what you can do. This is what we call our little twirler. Essentially all this is we took a chopstick and with some electrical tape, a little bit of fishing line. So if, for example, you had a stubborn plumeria that wasn't making any seed pods and you wanted to, or you just wanted a couple others, what you would do is you could self-pollinate this plumeria. I'm going to use a flower that already fell off, but essentially if this flower was still on the plant, like those up there, what you would do, simply take this. All you take is that little thin piece of fishing line or whatever you have, you put it into the flower, and literally, like we call it, a twirler, because all you do is we just twirl a little bit in there. Get that in there. We're not pushing hard. You're getting it all the way down into the bottom and just twirling it around. That's it. All that's doing is getting that pollen to drop down into the bottom. And this is what's going to cause that to produce a seed pod. Now, when you do that, just so you know, once you do that to a flower, that flower is going to fall off. So it might be that day, it might be the next day. So I recommend don't do it to all your flowers because you're going to lose everything. Not to mention, you don't want like 6 or 8 seed pods on one plant. With that being said too, if a plant produces a bunch of seed pods, it will terminate them sometimes if there's too many, or just, I mean, again, you saw some of ours that had multiple, but some plants, again, those temperamental ones, they might terminate some and just keep one. So that's why sometimes we'll do a couple on a plant if we want, also because sometimes it doesn't take. And you'll know, I showed you those little ones earlier. You'll see that little green you'll get to know it looks different than the flower coming up itself when they're coming out. But again, just so you know, also just like with low water, hot temp, low water, it's the same thing. Just like a plant will terminate an inflow coming up, if it's stressed, it'll do the same thing to seed pods sometimes too. It'll terminate and drop them. The other thing I didn't show you too, and I meant to, but it's all right. Sometimes, you know, most of the time those seed pods come out in two coming out. Sometimes just one will come out, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Also, again, like I said before, just so you know, so you don't think something's wrong with them, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're brown. You can tell if it's a healthy, if it's not shriveling all up. If it is shriveling all up and it's big, that means it's about to burst. And sometimes you can even help that along if it's to that point. But again, this is what we call twirling. Get it in there, twirl it around. You'll notice like a day that flower will probably fall off, and you just hope for the best. And pretty soon you'll start seeing that little seed pod start to bud up and come out. So just a little tidbit for everybody out there, that if you wanted some seed pods and you didn't have any, or you just wanted some more, this is a quick way to do it if you're having some plumerias that are stubborn and don't want to make the seed pod. Most of the ones that we have, we did not do that this year. We have done in the past, like some that we really liked, we'll do that because we want to get some more seed pods off that plant. Even though for another video, and I've talked about that, you know, just because that seed comes off that plant, doesn't mean it's going to look just like that plant. So again, seed pods, quick little tidbit on them, just some knowledge so out there. If you enjoyed it, give me a subscribe, thumbs up, and until next time, have a great day.